Shalom to the elect of Israel, to the whole flock of Israel, you Hebrew Israelites, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans, West Indians, and Haitians. Gotta give all praise and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shah. The Most High, the Heavenly Father, his Hebrew name is Yahweh, not Yahweh, not Jehovah, not God, not Elohim, not Most High, not Lord, not Yah, not Jah, not Ahaya, not Allah, not Abba, not Yahuwah. It's Yahweh. And his only begotten son name in the Hebrew is Yahweh Shah. Not Yahshua, not Yeshua, not Jesus Christos, not Jesus Christ, not Serapis Christos, not Yeshaya, not Yehoshua. It's Yahweh Shah. So we got to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh. Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rekat Korash. Double honors to the apostles, now the bishop, elders, the great millstone, who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles, and elders of all of Israel, ready to accept it or not. And a sincere salutation to all the Akim, pushing this truth and believing this truth with full winds of the earth, the entire world, shedding light to the whole elect. Shalom to the author who are listening learning. If you sisters are listening learning. Coming into another lesson of true fact, faith, and application. Another daily application, Lord, what is be edifying. So I titled this lesson, Are thou become weak as them? And the answer is yes. America, Babylon the Great, is becoming the weakest link. Lord, what is be edifying. Now, this is an article I had saw before I did the lesson earlier. And it reads, BRICS to grow as Saudi Arabia, Iran, UAE, Egypt, Ethiopia join ranks. And this is a prophecy in Ezekiel 38. And now, real quick, I want to play these two clips. So check this out. This is the first one, and they only like a couple minutes. All right, so check this out. Run this back. Oh, let me turn this volume down.
BRICS club of emerging market countries is expected to double on January 1st when Saudi Arabia, Iran, the United Arab Emirates, Ethiopia, and Egypt join the group. In August, the current members of the group, Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa, invited 6 other countries to join them. This alliance would link some of the world's biggest energy suppliers and the largest consumers among emerging nations. Only Argentina refused the offer after President Javier Milei, who took office this month, overruled his predecessor's membership application. Anil Suklal, Pretoria's ambassador to the bloc, said that the 5 invitees sent senior-level representatives to the BRICS Sherpa meeting in Durban, South Africa, early this month. Suklal said they actively participated in the event, which is a clear indication that they have accepted the invitation to join. He added that representatives from the new members will attend a Sherpa meeting on January 30th in Moscow. Economist Jim O'Neill of Goldman Sachs first used the term BRIC in 2001 to highlight the rapid economic expansion of Brazil, Russia, India, and China. The phrase was meant to provide investors with hope amid market gloom after the September 11 terrorist attacks in the United States. After hosting its inaugural Leaders Summit in 2009, the organization extended an invitation to South Africa to join a year later, adding the letter S. According to a news outlet, Russian Foreign Affairs Minister Sergei Lavrov said this week that over 30 nations wish to forge connections with the group. Besides India, the BRICS has lagged their Rivals in developing markets over the past 5 years, many international investors now avoid investing in Russia due to US-led sanctions. China is amidst an economic crisis of sorts, and many Chinese industries, particularly tech firms, are also subject to investment prohibitions or penalties.
प्रधानमंत्री को देखने की अगर उनके साथ सेल्फी
Let me get this other clip. I just want to show this. I only got a couple precepts. Same old two-step, man. This is beautiful because the prophecy say this is going to happen. It's YouTube. You know what it is. So let me run this back. This is heavy, man. Ezekiel 38 being fulfilled.
Your Excellency, BRICS Business Forum के distinguished participants, नमस्कार, good evening.
You see it. Iran, man. Iran is a major part of this prophecy in Ezekiel 38. Iran. That look, see? It say apart from Pakistan, other countries who are interested in joining the bloc are Nigeria, Turkey, Mexico, and Iraq. Turkey is another part. That's Ezekiel 38. Gomer and all of his bands, the house of Togomar. That's Ezekiel 38, man. This thing getting serious. So I just want to show some of this. I'm finna pull this steel back up and get some pre-sales, man. We watching it happen in real time. The Lord said his words do not go out void. So back to this article. Let me read let's go to Ezekiel 38. Ezekiel 38 and 1. Ezekiel 38 and 1, it reads. See, it's a prophecy about God and future invasion of Israel. And the word of Yahweh came to me saying, see, it's a prophecy about God and future invasion of Israel. Now I tell you in Jeremiah 15:45 that the least of the flock shall draw them out, right? So you link this, the least of the flock shall draw them out. With this head title, it's a prophecy about God and future invasion of Israel. Israel is the least of the flock that's drawing out these nations. What it tell you in Ezekiel? Matter of fact, let's get Revelation 16 and 13. And it reads, and I saw three unclean spirits like frogs come out of the mouth of the dragon and out of the mouth of the beast, and out of the mouth of the false prophet. So these three unclean spirits, right? France, London for the monetary, Washington for the military, America is the military, and the Vatican, the false prophet for the religion. Because everything is through Roman Catholic dogma. For they are the spirits of devils working miracles, which go forth unto the kings of the earth and of the whole world to gather them to the battle of the great day of God Almighty. Right? They say he gathered them together in a place called in the Hebrew tongue Armageddon. Now, Revelations 20. This is when they say in Jeremiah 50 and 45 that the least of the flock should draw them out. This is what's happening, man. There's a separation. There's a fine line being drawn, which I'm going to read in Obadiah 1. That fine line that's being drawn in the sand is it said they should draw them to the border, man. Revelations 20 and 7. And when 1,000 years are expired, which is during the Byzantine Empire, or some call the time of the Moors, or the Middle Ages, or the Dark Ages, but it was the Byzantine Empire, when Negroes controlled the most parts of the known world, Portugal, Spain, Europe, Scotland, England, Ireland. We was controlling that for 1,000 years, for a 1,000-year period. And when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. So you got the year of the 5 good emperors. You can pull that up, as Apostle Hart brought that edification out. The 5 good emperors. You had the time Septimius Severus and Marcus Aurelius, his son Commodus. You had the 5 good emperors. These are all Israelite jakes that took down the Western Roman Empire. It said, when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison. And the prison, Satan meaning adversary, and the adversary, which is the so-called white man, was loosed out of the prison, being Europe, the Caucasus Mountain, and shall go out to deceive the nations. And they did that through, it's called Renaissance, which means rebirth. Renaissance art and iconoclasm, which is they whitewashed and covered up the history of the Hebrew Israelites, the Most High Yahweh and His only begotten Son Yahweh Shai, the true history, the true names of the Lord and His Son, the true history of the Hebrew Israelites and their biblical names, which would be from the 12 tribes of Israel, and they whitewashed our letters, the Bible, and made it seem that it fits to them, which that's what you do when you want to control the world. First, you got to control those who the world was created for. That's the only way you can take over. You gotta change the narrative of those who control the world, which were the Hebrew Israelites. It say, when 1,000 years are expired, Satan shall be loosed out of his prison and shall go out to deceive the nations which are in the full quarters of the earth. This is the key. It say Gog and Magog to gather them together to battle, the number of whom is at the center of the sea. So this thing, what the Lord has done, has made Esau, Edom draw out their brothers, Gog, the Russians, man, which, let's get this, in Revelation, see, this is just Edomite on Edomite, man. And it tell you in Ezekiel 28, the Lord said he's going to bring the terrible of the nations, and they shall draw their swords against America's beauty. This is Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns. This is the Edomite system. This system of the Edomites, the 7 heads and the 10 horns. This is the Edomite system in America. This is that beast, and America sits on this beast. And upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the names of blasphemy. And the beast which I saw was like unto a leopard, and his feet was the feet of a bear, right? The leopard being the Greeks, the bear being the end of this is the feet, which being of Russia. And his mouth is the mouth of a lion, which is through their policies, their legislations, their democracy, their draconian measures. And the dragon gave him his power, which is the Roman Empire, and his seat and great authority. And this seat was established with the Romans, the Senate, House, Congress, president ruling every year. But then America turned the presidency to every 4 or 8 years. So the point I want to do right here is say, and the beast which I saw is like unto a leopard, and his feet were as the feet of a bear. Right? When you go to Daniel 7, and I've been making points on this a lot lately, because there is nothing new under the sun. Now in Daniel 7, it tell you that this bear, just read this, it's Daniel 7 in verse 5, it reads, and behold another beast, a second like to a bear, and it raised up itself on one side, and it had 3 ribs in its mouth of it between the teeth of it. And they said thus unto it, arise, devour much flesh. This bear was the Medes and the Persians. Who we dealing with now? In Isaiah 13, we're dealing with the same 2 nations. This bear, which was the Medes and the Persians, which was Iran and the Medes. The Persians, right? And you got the Medes. This is Revelations 13 and 17. It reads, behold, Salakia, Isaiah 13 and 17, Salakia, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. Their bows also shall dash the young men in pieces, and they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb. Their eyes shall not spare children. Esau, this is what Esau did this to us, man. He didn't spare children, right? So we are watching prophecy unfold, man, with Iran and Russia being the Medes. The Russians are occupying the land of the Medes, man. Behold, Isaiah 13 and 17, behold, I will stir up the Medes against them, which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight in it. In Jeremiah, was that Jeremiah 51? I think it is. Let's get this in 24. It reads, and I will render to Babylon and to all the inhabitants of Chaldea all of their evil that they have done in Zion in your sight, saith the Lord. Behold, I am against thee, O destroying mountain, saith Yahweh, which destroys all the earth. And there's only one nation of people that's destroying the earth, man. And I will stretch out my hand upon thee and roll thee down from the rocks. What rocks? This is their habitation. That's why you got skyscrapers everywhere. That's why you got sidewalks everywhere. And streets, pavement, asphalt, concrete. Because it reminds these Edomites, the so-called white men, of the caves, man. That's why concrete is everywhere in asphalt, man. And roll thee down from the rocks and will make thee a burnt mountain. And they shall not take of thee a stone for a corner, nor a stone for foundation, but thou shalt be desolate forever, saith Yahweh. So this Babylon the Great, because the ancient Babylon wasn't destroyed; it was taken over by the Persians. Because the Medes, the Persian army was vaster than the Medes, but they was together as one. That's what's going on right now with Iran and Russia, man. Russia is occupying the land of the Medes, and Persia is it's in the scripts, man. It say, set ye up a standard in the land, blow the trumpet among the nations. Listen, prepare the nations against her, against America, called together against her the kingdoms of Ararat, which is Turkey, Mini, and Ashkenaz, appoint a captain against her, cause the horses to come up as the rough caterpillars. What does caterpillars do, man? It eat up the crops, man. This is what caterpillars do. It's it cause the horses, the missiles, the warheads, to come up as the rough caterpillars to destroy, man. Prepare against her, listen, the nations with the kings of the Medes, the captains thereof, and all the rulers thereof, and all the land of his dominion. And the land shall tremble in sorrow, for every purpose of Yahweh shall be performed against Babylon, to make the land of Babylon a desolation without inhabitant. And the ancient Babylon wasn't destroyed. Well, it left no inhabitants, man. It was taken over. So this ain't talking about Iraq, ancient Babylon. It just showed you Iraq is trying to join. Iraq is one of the nations that's joining. It said Turkey, Mexico, and Iraq. Iraq is the ancient Babylon, man. So it ain't talking about, it's talking about Babylon the Great, man. So this is Joel 3 and 9. And it reads, proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war, wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Be your plowshares and the swords. Plowshares is tools for agriculture. Your pruning hooks into spears. Plowshares and pruning hooks are tools used cultivation, man. Be your plowshares and the swords, and your pruning hooks and the spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. So this is what we see going on. And what do they say? And when you read Isaiah 14, here it is, the nations talking to the Edomites, man, of America, Babylon the Great. This is Isaiah 14 and 10. All they shall speak and say unto thee, art thou also become weak as we? Art thou become like unto us? And now we see America is being weakened, man. America is being weakened. This is Obadiah 1 and 7. It reads, the Lord, these prophecies is banging, man. All the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. See, the line is being drawn now. Now everybody, at the same way, Yahweh Shema Shah got the remnant choosing the lowest table, and 2/3 is choosing the table of devils. Same thing with the allies of America, man, and all the kings of the nations. They are all being gathered just to be destroyed in World War III, man. They are all being gathered just to be destroyed because they all put their hands on us, man, and they all got to pay. They all got to suffer. All the men of the Confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee. They ate thy bread, have laid a wound under thee. There is none understanding in him. See, this is where we at, man. We are watching prophecies unfold. And this is the major one. Let's get Ezekiel. Ezekiel 38. This is major prophecy right here, man. We watching the Medes and we watching the Medes and the Persians come back together, man. That's what you see. And the word of Yahweh came to me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal, and prophesy against him. Because after they destroy Babylon, the Lord gonna destroy them, man. And say, thus saith Yahweh power, behold, I'm against thee, O Gog, the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And this is them, the Lord is turning the Russians, that land back to the old Soviet Union, man. That's what this means, putting hooks into his jaws. And I will bring thee forth and all thy army, horses and horsemen. And see, and they had to use Esau and them. America created NATO to destroy the Soviet Union, man. Well, now the Lord has made the Soviet Union strong as ever, and now allies are joining to them, man. I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and will bring thee forth, and I will bring thee forth in all thy army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with shields, with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords, them ICBMs. Ezekiel 35, 38 and 5, it say Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya. What we see on the screen, man. Can't make this up. BRICS to grow as Saudi Arabia, Iran, UAE, Egypt, Ethiopia join ranks. So what I'm reading right here, prophecy, Ezekiel 38 and 5. It say Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. And Egypt is already joined. Salakia, not Egypt. They signed a bill to join. The African nations is already part of the BRICS. That's what the S stand for South Africa, man. You got BRICS, Russia, Brazil, Russia, India, South Africa, and China, man. So if the BRICS already got parts of in Africa, period, Egypt joining, and this has been going on for months. Egypt, I did a lesson a couple months ago. It said Libya want to join too, man. This is prophecy, man. That's what I don't understand how niggas getting bored, man. The Lord got the remnant on the edge of their seat. Persia, Ezekiel 38 and 5, Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands. Man, let's look this up, man. Because Jake think this is a game. Because Turkey right now still playing both sides. But they are siding, or they will side with Russia. So this word Gomer, you see Japhet, son of Noah. Trying to see if it was going to go into it. Say, let me see. Let's go to this. Bear with me here. To end, come to an end, complete, cease, come to an end, be no more. Ooh. Let's go into the word Gomer. Completion or failure. Come to an end. I'm trying to see if they're gonna go into let me go to Togomar. Togomar might mention the word. It should have let me see. So the word Togomar, territory settled by the descendants of Togomar, probably the area known as Armenia, which if you go to, if you go to the word, it's going to tell you it's in Turkey. Matter of fact, let's see what Google say. Let's see what Google say. Oh, when I was reading, it said it is part of the Caucasus, the Caucasus, the Caucasus region, and is bordered by Turkey to the west. Yeah, and I was reading in Jeremiah 51. It say Ararat and many, right? They're gonna be joined to the kings of the Medes, man. So right here, It said Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them. And who did it mention first right here? It said Persia, man. Much as I read this precept, man, it say Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them. All of them with shield and helmet, Gomer, and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his bands, and many people with thee. Be thou prepared and prepare for thyself, thou, and all thy company that are similar unto thee, and be thou a guard unto them. So you see it, man. Iran and Russia, man. Here it is, the Persians and the Medes all over again, man. That bear. See? So that bear that was Persian and the Medes, it's the same bear. But now it's Edomites. The Edomites has joined in. The Lord set up the Edomites because in Ezekiel 28, the Lord is using Edomites to take down Edomites. Ezekiel 28. Man, this is heavy. This is heavy, man. Ezekiel 28:7. Behold, therefore will I bring strangers upon thee, the terrible of the nations. Who is the terrible of the nations? The Soviet Union, man. The revived Soviet Union, man. The Medes, and they shall draw their swords against the beauty of thy wisdom, and they shall defile thy brightness. See, the Lord said He's going to bring the terrible of the nations, and that'll be Russia, man. Russia is the worst nation on the planet, man. But they still Edomites. But the Lord is using Edomites to take down Edomites. That's why I say that in Isaiah 19:2. Matter of fact, starting at 1, it reads, the burden of Egypt. See, it say the head and say message to Egypt, which is America, Babylon the Great. That's why the pyramid on back of the dollar, man. The burden of Egypt, behold. Bowling come from Egypt. Embalming come from Egypt. Makeup come from Egypt. Right? Bowling, beer. All these things come from Egypt, man. The ancient Egypt. The burden of Egypt, behold, the Lord rideth upon a swift cloud, and shall come into Egypt. Yahweh shall come with a chariot, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, just like ancient Egypt. The Lord rode into Egypt on a cloud, Yahweh Shah, right? It said, what it was, the angel of death, and the idols of Egypt shall be moved at his presence, and the heart of Egypt shall melt in the midst of it. And I will set the Egyptians against the Egyptians, and they shall fight everyone against his brother. See, the Russians are going to come against the Babylonian great Edomites, and everyone against his neighbor, city against city, and kingdom against kingdom. And we are watching this unfold with Iran and Russia back together as the old Persians and Medes, man. The Lord was edifying. Gotta give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rekah Korash. Double honors to the apostles and the bishop and elders of great millstone who rule well, who teach well, who are the apostles and elders of all of Israel, whether you accept it or not. In the sincere salutation to all the Akim pushing this truth and believing this truth with four ends of the earth, the entire world sharing light to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the Abba through our lesson learning. If you sisters are lesson learning through our tuning in, may Yahweh Shema Shah continue to bless you in your houses. May the blessing of election be upon your house. Until next time, I say Shalom. Wa Ba Ba Ba.